Endorsement from Russian President Vladimir Putin. He says he supports Kamala Harris for U.S. president. The Russian president has long been considered friendlier with Republican nominee Donald Trump. But has that changed, or is Putin playing games? Have a listen to this remarkable comment.
You cannot make this up. Russian President Vladimir Putin just endorsed Kamala Harris, and which should come as a surprise to absolutely nobody. Also, with the help of the media, which I'm about to show you how there's two different versions of Vladimir Putin's endorsement for Kamala Harris. You have the CNN left-wing version, and then you have the Sky News Australia right-wing version. And what you're going to notice in these two short clips is that CNN's not giving you the full story.
As for the favorites, there is no need to define that. It's a choice by the people of America in the end. I've said that our so-to-say favorite was the acting president, Mr. Biden. He's been taken out of the race, but he advised all his supporters to support Mrs. Harris. That's what we'll do. We'll support her as well. That's the first thing. Secondly, her laugh is so expressive and infectious. That means that she's doing well.
Let's talk about Vladimir Putin first and what he's saying, that he's supporting Kamala Harris. He's notoriously one who plays mind games. Is that what this is?
You know, I think you got to look, Frederica, at the body language, the sort of wry smile when he made those comments, and also the laughter from the audience. I think they interpreted it just as that, as essentially trolling. Vladimir Putin never misses an opportunity, really, to mock, to sort of throw shade at the U.S. and especially its democratic processes. So I think that is mostly what we should read into this.
All right, so that's the CNN version. Now, take note, and if you have to go back and listen to it again, listen to it again. That's the CNN version, and that's what they would really want you to believe, is that he's trolling her based off of her laugh. That's really what they want you to believe. Now, here's the other side of the story.
Just 2 months out from the US presidential election, Russian President Vladimir Putin has taken the unusual step of weighing in on his preferred presidential pick. With a smirk on his face, President Putin made the comments at an event in Vladivostok.
As for the favorites, there is no need to define that. It's a choice by the people of America in the end. I've said that our, so-to-say, favorite was acting President Mr. Biden. He's been taken out of the race, but he advised all his supporters to support Mrs. Harris. That's what we'll do. We'll support her as well. Trump has imposed so many restrictions and sanctions against Russia. No president before him imposed so many. If Harris is doing so well, maybe she'll refrain from such actions. In the end, it's a choice for the people of America to make. We'll respect that choice.
See, so there you have it. There's two sides of every story, and unfortunately, liberal left-wing media only gives you their side of the story. They don't give you the whole story. They just give you the parts that they want you to see in order to manipulate their viewers and influence, sway the elections towards their candidate. They have a candidate that they need to get across the finish line, and their entire livelihoods depend on it. What I don't understand is that the media, they know the true stories. They know when they're lying. They know when they're propagating a story. But what do they have to gain from this? Because if they are successful at installing Kamala Harris into the White House, what is that going to do for them? If we end up in nuclear war, if we end up going to World War III, what is that going to do for, where does that leave them? So it's like they're advocating for their own demise. Are they being forced to say this? Have they sold their souls to their father who are in Washington? What would drive a bunch of news, I'm not even going to call them journalists, a bunch of news propagandists to push false stories that they know the truth? They know that everything they say about Trump is not true. They know that Trump is not the monster that they've been making him out to be for their viewers to believe that he is. They know that's not true. They actually know what type of person Trump is. They know exactly what type of person Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and Tim Walz is, because they've dealt with them. They're the ones editing the videos when she's doing these 19-minute scripted interviews. They know exactly what they cut out. They know that she's full of shit. They know that she's incompetent. And still, they're advocating for her to be the ruler of the free world, knowing that's going to lead to their own demise. Why wouldn't they just be like, all right, hold on, we can't push this. Like, we got to keep it real. We got to keep it a buck with you guys. We got to tell you the truth. This is what's going on. Save America. But instead, they'd rather go down with the ship. Have they sold their souls? I don't get it. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think it is. I honestly believe that the jab that they took, I honestly believe that killed their ability to discern between reality and make believe and true and false. And I believe that it's basically they were injected with TDS, Trump derangement syndrome. And I believe that the plan all along was to create a society full of loyal Democrat voters. And I don't believe that that was a vaccine having anything to do with a virus at all. I believe that what these diehard Democrat voters were injected with was some type of potion to manipulate their reality to where they will never, ever, ever turn away from the Democrat Party again.
We simply know we cannot count on Donald Trump to help keep America and Americans safe, not here at home and not on the world stage. And yes, I am also talking then about national security. And watch as Donald Trump has embraced Putin. Watch that. It's not just happening today, it's been happening. As Trump threatened to abandon NATO and encouraged Putin to invade our allies. And understand, as Trump bows down to dictators, he makes America weak. And that is disqualifying for someone who wants to be commander-in-chief of the United States of America. That is disqualifying.
Show this to a friend. This channel is all about providing content to help wake your friends up. I provide videos that are forced to make people see the truth. Share, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'm going to catch you on the next one. Peace.